I've already sketched with a little sketch sheet that I found from the internet, and I want you to look at what you see here. To me, it looks like the letter C or the side of an ear. You're going to sketch first with a scrap piece of paper. Draw a light till you get it right. You're going to use a square 9x9. What I'm sketching on is a 9x12. And see where it gets wider at the bottom and then it gets narrower at the top. So use that with your eye. Like I said, you can decide how you want your koi to be drawn, and then you want wavy lines at the bottom for the tail. Artists, these are pictures that I found off the internet. I want you to see the curve of the actual fish, the koi, and the beautiful colors. This was a picture. I don't know where it came from, but I like the curving of the koi. Okay, now we're back to the picture. There's the mouth. It has a little bit of a curve at the bottom. You can add this. If you don't like the way it looks, then just keep it rounded. That's up to you. But the lips actually come out a little bit. And then I went in and I erased that line on top. I liked my eyes on towards the edge of my fish. You decide if you want them up higher. Also the top part of the fish, I guess I add the fins next. You want to think wavy curvy. The one behind the fish is going to be smaller and make it look like it's been overlapped, and the one on top is going to be bigger. Think about what it looks like to you, and then add your detail lines and erase that line where the fish body would be. This is another part of the koi. If you want to add that on top, you can. In several pieces I've been looking at, some artists put it on top, some don't. That's totally up to you. If you do, remember it's going to get smaller as it goes back along the fish. You do not have to add all the detail that I'm adding with the pencil. You can go right to the oil pastel when you do your pattern. That's your choice. Now you're moving on to the real projects. Put your name on the bottom left. No name, no fame. And you decide what oil pastels you're going to use. Please be careful when you're taking them out of the containers. That's the metallic one. Like I said, I also have fluorescent. You decide what you want. Make sure you erase any pencil lines that you have used to overlap, to showing overlap, before you start using the oil pastels. You decide what oil pastels that you want. Make sure that you push up your sleeves. Get a smock if you need to. I always like to start with outlining my project first. You can test your colors. I actually thought that I was grabbing a black artist and it's navy blue, but I went with it and I liked it because remember, an artist doesn't make mistakes, they make masterpieces. And so you can use the metallic if you want. I also have fluorescent ones I can get out if you like those, or just regular oil pastels. Remember that these are smooth and creamy, and to be gentle with them, don't press hard. And also to make sure that you put a scrap paper on top of it before we put it in our folder so we don't make a mess. Now you can see closer up what I'm doing. You don't have to draw with your pencil, artist. You can just go right to the oil pastels. I was drawing this to show you how to actually draw the koi. Like I said, you decide what pattern you want and what colors you want. watercolor wash, make sure you have a little half cup of water. Miss Paula, this is liquid watercolor. You want to move kind of quick with this. You're going to use a big Miss Paula, and you have a manila fold underneath, and you're going to brush going all the way against your koi. Try not to get inside the fish. Now that oil pastel should work as a barrier, so it won't paint over it. So I'm getting a little bit on my folder, that's okay. I want to use folders for this because you're going to use salt. You're going to do a salt wash. So you have to move kind of quick. And I want you, when you're putting your salt on, it does not have to be a lot, okay? But it does need to be wet, so you move kind of quick. Get your shaker, salt, you should have one per table. Lightly shake it over. Clean up all your stuff, and this will actually go on the drying rack like that. Clean your brush in the number 8. Dry off Miss Paula, dry her, reshape her, set her in the tray, and then that goes to the drying rack.